today we're going to work on our knife skills, and in order to do that, we're going to cut one of the hardest things I find to cut is a pineapple. So how do you know if a pineapple is ripe at the store? Well, you can smell the bottom, and it should smell like a ripened pineapple, or if you can easily take the top leaves off, that also means that it's ripe and good to eat. So I have a garbage bowl here, I have a sharp knife and a cutting board, and I've already washed my hands. And then I also have to-go containers to store my pineapple in. This is a Ziploc brand. I like them because they store nicely in the refrigerator and don't take up too much room. So first things first, we are going to cut the top of this off. And a pineapple is somewhat hard. Make sure that you're holding your knife correctly. You have a good grip on it. So once you get it off, set the pineapple back up, and that is trash. And then to easily cut, you're just gonna go down the sides and shave where you see the prickly pieces of the pineapple. And you're just going down and you're just taking the sides off. So you're going all the way down. So you should have strips like this, and if you look, it's kind of dark in color because it's the skin. My other hand is holding the pineapple steady and away from the knife. And I'm always cutting down towards my cutting board, never towards my face. You just want all of those. If you have some, you just go back through and kind of chisel those away. And I can tell that this pineapple is going to be really juicy because there's juice running all over my cutting board. So if you can tell, my pineapple now is all shaved off. I don't have any more of the prickly, and it's all flesh of a pineapple, but I do have the bottom. So now I'm going to cut the bottom. And then if you look at the bottom, there is a circle here, and that is the core. A pineapple has a core. You don't eat the core. It's very tough. I'm going to kind of clean up my cutting board so I don't get that skin left over. So the core is in the center, and you want to kind of feel wherever it's soft, that's where the pineapple is. So I'm going to go down the side of the core. Your knife should be able to feel it. I'm going to make sure I don't have the core. And so if you can see right here, the dark part, that is the core. So I'm going to go on all sides of the core. And my kids love pineapple. So this is the actual core. It's very tough, it's very hard, and that is no good. So now I have my pineapple, and I'm just going to cut it in chunks, making sure that I tuck my fingers. Don't want to grab a finger in there. This piece has a little hair. I'm going to cut this into two, and then into chunks. I'm just putting it in my bowl or my container. Pineapple is great. It does take some work to cut it, but fresh pineapple does not taste like canned pineapple. It's very sweet. And this time of year is pineapple season, so you can get a good, nice, fresh one. So that one is pretty full. So I'm going to go on to my next container. My kids will have this gone in just a few days. They like it plain or with yogurt or cottage cheese. All right, got a couple spots here that for the skin. My kids are a little picky. They don't like any rough edge of the skin. going to cut it down, and then I'm going to cut diced into nice chunk-sized bite pieces. So when you are using a knife, make sure that you're always cutting on a cut board and that this hand is stabilizing whatever you're cutting, but make sure your fingers are tucked back, and then you have a nice grip on your knife and you're doing precise cutting. It's also important that your knife is really sharp. You don't want to use a dull knife. Those are actually the worst cuts, is from a dull knife. So that is how to use a knife properly. Now I'm going to wash this, and I'm never going to put a knife into soapy water. I'm just going to sit it on top of my counter. I will wash this, empty my garbage bowl, and wash it, and then lastly wash my knife and put it in the dry rack. You don't want to cut your finger when you're reaching down in soapy water. So that is knife skills.